move along. All right, so I spoke to you about these two charts just earlier, and I wanted to highlight some things here. This chart that you're looking at right now on the left-hand side, pardon me, this is the 31st of, the 1st of January 2016. So to everybody, Happy New Year. I really hope that you are ready and excited for your life. You should be feeling that every single day, regardless of any time space limitations that we impose on our consciousness. But this is definitely the year of boundless expansion. And this is my promise, that everything that I'm going to be sharing with you guys is coming from a space where I'm cultivating, encouraging, and literally saying that this is the time where we activate our true spirituality, we activate our true essence and human being, and that no longer are we going to be funneling ourselves through suppressed archetypes and non-limitations and being scared and what about failure and what about this and what about the not done. We are here to rock it. And at the end of the day, that is the only attitude. Everything else is, I'm here to learn, I'm here to grow, I'm here to experience. And that all my expectations, all my situations, and so on and so forth that hold me down need to be analyzed intensely and liberated from. Neptune square Saturn. Okay, this is what this is about. So today, what I'm sharing with you is a little bit of chart of the day with you, as well as some bonus material on how to actually understand what to do in terms of New Year's resolutions. Okay, now at the moment, what we have is this interesting dynamic of Venus moving through Sag. So that's great because Venus will then conjunct Saturn at some point in time. Most of us will probably experience an internal collapse within ourselves of where are we? We might be in the twilight zone for a little bit. It's definitely going to be fascinating to experience Venus move through Saturn square Neptune over the next sort of week or so. Try to keep yourself occupied, but at the same time not tiring yourself out using just randomness movements. Okay, this is a time where you need to be really grounded. All right. The Sun and Pluto are squaring Uranus. This will be the final square that's be taking place. So I encourage you to really, really tap into the silence part of yourself and to be guided by your sense of intuition, your sense of excitement at this period of time, because there are tons and tons and tons of insights that are coming through at this point regarding that Pluto square Saturn, this Pluto square Uranus. Also, this will be the final time that these guys will square each other again. So this is the time where the liberation is over. We're moving, we're going ahead. This is the time where it's now full steam ahead, buddy. We are quantifying our reality. We're running on 4 quad processing CPUs at this stage. We are speeding at the rate of light. So this is the time where we start to jack up our consciousness and start operating from that perspective. Mars moving through Libra and ending it at this point in time is culminating an entire evolutionary cycle regarding the nodes that we're moving through Libra and Aries over the last year and 18 months. Mars is finally putting the finishing touches to that Libra lessons that we were learning through that period of time. It's now integration and it is expansion of those. It's now that new direction. We're done with all the other stuff. We're letting it go. Thank you very much. Rebirth done and dusted. Thanks very much for being part of the process. What's next is the kind of attitude. Okay. On the right hand side here, you see these south node aspects. I haven't spoken about them much, but I have to a certain degree. I'm still trying to put into context or the information so that I can really capture this communication with you at this stage. But I'm moving on to the theme of taking what I've just described to you guys there in terms of the full moon and saying, this is what this consciousness looks like. This is what you want to be embodying at this stage. Because at the moment, there's this feeling of like, I have lots of spark, but I don't know where to incarnate it. And it's like, yes, that's the truth. The reason why there's lots of spark, but I don't know where to direct it at is because we have never actually done this before. We've never stepped into this realm of going, what's next? So the point here is to be directionless as you feel, but at the same time, pay attention to what is exciting you and following that route. And then at some point, it will reveal to you through synchronicity things that are exciting you, that are making you like and what you don't like, etc. And eventually, over a period of time, we will start to build and reconstruct a new framework. So it's important in terms of this conversation is that as we move through this period of time, there is no expectations of where we're going or what we're doing. We just are becoming aware of new direction, and we're taking notes of it, and we're reflecting, and we're going, okay, this is working, this isn't working, this is interesting, this isn't interesting, and so on and so forth. So I encourage everybody to find their sense of excitement and passion and just be it, and then allow for that to respond, allow life to respond to you in accordance with if you feel this is working, if you feel this not working, okay? Now, these planetary south nodes themselves play a big role because, as I said before, Cancer Capricorn is integration, reconstruction of community, the roots, then what comes out of that. Our roots define our definitions. So the essential idea here is that we have awoken to the different dimensions or time, or should I say space-time continuums in which we exist within. So we're expanding and opening our consciousness to more of what's out there. And it's akin to seeing greater into the darkness. So our lights are being turned on. And this is one of the videos that I'm going to be sharing with you guys in terms of like opening ourselves up to seeing beyond astrology, opening ourselves up to being seeing beyond what has been reflected to us as the truth. Okay? So here's the car, that's the body, there's the earth, that's us, etc. And we're opening our vision, so we're only being seen over here. And the only reason why we're being seen over here is because there's a thin layer of like the veil that tells you that this is who you are and this is what you're potentially able to understand, etc. So clearing and cleansing allows you to become more sensitive to these aspects, and then you can start to perceive more. All right, so what I want to do is I want to get everybody to be on this level saying, hey, are you seeing what you are actually? And then bringing it down into the earth so that the earth's experience can be expanded so that that and that exists simultaneously. In other words, when I'm opening up the lights for us to see there, so that when we put those lights out there, what gets reflected back to us in the car is that visibility, right? But we've been seeing here at this point in time. So the boundlessness, Neptune square Saturn, is allowing us to see beyond the veil and to integrate that knowledge into ourselves every single time we expand our consciousness, as we go through our consciousness. And this is like being able to understand interdimensionally and multidimensionally. We have the emotional body, we have the mental body, we have the physical body, as it were, right? Then we have the spiritual or psychic body in that sense. How do we integrate those four holistically into ourselves and then navigate ourselves from that trinity, from that space of mind, body, and soul, or mind, body, and spirit, however you wish to describe it as? These are big, big things. So as we open up to more of the space and we see deeper into things and we gain more understanding, when we operate from that place, we actually create the idea of knowledge is power. We actually understand the wisdom that we apply to our lives that then breaks down the limitations that we have within ourselves. So the more we open ourselves up to deeper knowing, the more we can apply that deeper knowing to the reality. And as I said before, then liberating ourselves from definitions. So we're seeing more of the multidimensional spectrum. Okay, we're breaking the barriers. And this is what I wanted to do in terms of this conversation today, was for us to understand and recognize and inspire ourselves to realize that as we move into 2016, okay, look at this picture over here. This is where we are. We're pouring the source of ourselves into this, okay? And over here can be like this immense amount of like, oh my God, everything's chaotic. I don't know where everything's going. And eventually over a period of time, there starts to become a sense of direction. And eventually then we start to go on our road, okay? And this is where we are at this stage, right here. This is where we are at this stage. We're here in this pool, all of us swimming around going, which direction, which direction, which direction? I'm saying, you follow your own flow. Don't let anybody allow you to dictate that. You follow your own flow based on what's available for you right now. You follow your own sense of direction and show us what that direction's about. Secondly, I would also like to say that this this picture over here, I really want to capture the essence that when we create New Year's resolutions, we need to operate from a space of direction and aim. Okay? Not goals, not what am I expecting myself to do, or what am I should do, or what do I need to do, but hey, this is where I'd like to go. That's the place I'd like to aim at. This is what I would like to achieve. This is what I would like. This is what I would like. Those are those mantras. Because what it means for you is that it gives you the capacity to look in a direction and follow something that is potentially available for you in that place, but then also recognizing that it's not about the end result, but about the journey. And so the journey of boundlessness is about realizing that you are coming here to grow, and you can only grow if you set your sights on a direction and then allow the experience to be the wisdom gained, so that when you then are moving along that road, you're not blinded by the end result being just in your framework, but allowing yourself to see the spectrum of what is being shown and taught to you in that moment. And when you can incarnate that within yourself all the time, as much as you can, you'll actually notice how incredibly magnificent and how incredibly powerful and how incredibly insightful we can be, in contrast to the nonsense that gets perpetuated through our belief structure that humanity is this way, and it's energetic beings that have come here to experience themselves in the human body. So the physical is that place that keeps us grounded, and then what we do is we expand our consciousness to the infinite, and then we integrate that back into the physical, out into the world, boundless, into the physical, and it's by action. So every single day, you're reminding yourself that this is my journey, and this is how I would like to incarnate this journey, and this is how I would like to be. And we do it not in some idealistic, perfect way, but just as you are. Just allow your natural organic self to flow in the direction that you need to be, realizing that you're always on the path. You only come here to experience, and to direct yourself, and to guide yourself, and to show yourself where to go. But don't set goals. Don't say I should be this or I have to be that. Don't put expectations in yourself. Be boundless. But observe what the boundlessness is showing you. And that is what this is about over here. It's this boundlessness of Neptune giving you the sense of, oh my God, there's lots of anxiety because there's a new direction. I don't know where I'm going. I feel like I'm lost. To going, hold on, actually I'm found, because the feeling of boundlessness is complete emptiness, silence. But then the journey in itself is your natural organic space. So what is inspiring for you? Which way would you like to go? What would you like to try out today? And try to integrate more of this into your daily life until eventually at some point you are just being that. Here's one of you a fantastic New Year's beginning period. I deeply appreciate everyone for listening to this video, and for the time that you have taken to watch it. I highly appreciate everything that you do for yourselves, and I would like to say thank you so much, guys. Have a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful week ahead. And if anybody is interested in learning astrology with me, my beginners course is starting on the 10th of January. So you can check out the website. The links will be in the description. And if you are interested in the membership, you can come over to the Raising Vibrations as well. This is in fact what the members get as a video. And other than that, guys, like I said, have a fantastic day. Take care. Bye-bye.